Fat phobia is an actual legitimate form of discrimination. It aligns with other types of discrimination, like around race or gender or...
Hello and welcome to the Doge and Maha News Channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about making America healthy again. And we're going to watch this video regarding the fat positivity movement. I'm really curious to see what Jillian Michaels has to say about this.
We introduced you to San Francisco's new fat positivity czar earlier this week. Her name is Virgie Tovar, and she has some interesting ideas on health.
That, you know, no one has to be healthy. No, right? Like, I mean, it's like, no, like there is no governing body that's like out there putting, you know what I mean? It's like no one owes anybody that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be healthy if you don't want to be. Of course, you can be as unhealthy as you want. It's your choice. It's your body, but that's really a strange mentality.
Well, absolutely. Why do you owe anyone anything? It's her body, her life. Come on. And what's the point of San Francisco's Department of Public Health, where she's now a consultant?
Wait, she's a consultant for San Francisco's Department of Public Health? That's hilarious.
Not to keep people healthy. But this is par for the course for Tovar. For nearly the last decade, she's been a crusade to protect unhealthy behavior. She founded a camp called Camp Thunder Thighs, and she wrote a book in 2018 titled You Have the Right to Remain Fat. And she even started an online movement called Lose Hate, Not Weight that focused on eliminating fat phobia.
It never once occurred to me that maybe the problem wasn't me. Maybe there was something not quite right about a culture that hated me so much just because I was bigger than other people. I never thought to blame fat phobia, the bigotry ideology that positions fat people as inferior.
Wait, who's afraid of you because you're fat? I'm not. Are you afraid of someone because they're fat? That doesn't make any sense. And what kind of bigotry are you suffering from, or who is like treating you like you are underneath them? This doesn't make any sense to me. Is this really happening?
I only ever blamed myself.
And just last month, Tovar was featured in a New York Times documentary series on Hulu called The Weight of the World, where she praised the impact of social media on combating fat phobia.
One of the most powerful things that social media did was to basically create a reality in which larger bodied people could be the authors of their own story for the first time in history. It was a cognitive dissonance because I've been told there's no path to dignity, no path to love, no path to beauty if I don't starve myself.
Joining me now is health and fitness expert Jillian Michaels. Jillian, now, first of all, it's great to see you, Jillian, but Virgie calls what she does fat activism. Is that really what this is about?
No. This is a thinly veiled psyop that is disguised as social justice. It's done by the big food companies, and she actually mentions social media and how social media liberated her with these messages of healthy at any size. And what happened were big food companies paid registered dietitians and health influencers to put out these messages on social media to exploit individuals just like her.
Now, that's an interesting idea. I don't know if that is actually true, if these big food companies did pay social media influencers to promote this kind of fat lifestyle and say that it's okay, say that it's healthy even to be fat. If that is true, that is wild. Man, these big food companies, wow, that is actually evil. That is evil because that's a big lie. But I can honestly see them doing that.
Wow. Well, so they must not like Ozempic or any of that other stuff. That must be really bad for them. But Jillian, here's what Tovar has to say about people who ask for smaller pieces of cake. Watch.
A cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment.
Cake-related fat-phobic incident. Okay. Wait, CRFI. CRFI, cake-related fat phobia incident. Okay.
When it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse.
CRFIs have a history of creating a hierarchy among women and ultimately in maintaining misogynist expectations.
Misogyny now, Jillian. They bring misogyny into this, really.
I'm going to speak candidly. When an individual is morbidly obese, there is often something going on psychologically. And this woman is projecting, I'm hated, I'll never find love, I'm not beautiful. And she's rejecting the rejectors with this message. This is her own personal psychology, and that's okay. And
that's a really good point. So yes, probably her internal feelings of self-hatred, not loving herself, not feeling like she can be loved, all of these deep down feelings she's projecting and fighting against and building up a defense mechanism by saying that, hey, it's okay to be heavy, it's okay to be fat. You know, of course it is. I mean, you can still be loved, people can still love you, but you know, don't put on this show, don't fake and don't pretend that it's okay, because honestly it's not. You're not healthy, so don't pretend that it is healthy.
people who are overweight do deserve to have love and live dignified lives.
Yes, of course.
But what's happening here is her own personal issues and vulnerabilities are being exploited by big food to say, hey, look, isn't this great? Don't worry, there's no such thing as junk food. And they use hashtags like derail the shame. It's actually grotesque, not her, but what the food companies are doing to people is disgusting, especially at a time where Americans are sicker and more unhealthy than ever.
Yeah, and
I mean, what's next? Are they going to, is the food companies going to start saying, hey, it's okay to have chronic illnesses? Don't shame someone with chronic illnesses. And then people are going to start coming out as being a chronic illness advocate. Is that what's going to happen next? Right now, we have these people that are fat advocates, obese advocates, and it's they're basically saying or justifying their own life and their own lifestyle and trying to encourage other people to live that same lifestyle. Well, what's next? We're going to go ahead and say, you know what? Chronic illnesses, they're okay. We should all have chronic illnesses. Is that what's next? I don't know, but this is wild.
they're not, well, and it's, how is this pro women? They're like, oh, I'm pro women. I'm a feminist because I want to walk around celebrating myself for, sorry, you know, looking like a slob. And there's nothing pro-woman about this. I mean, we don't care what, you know, you want to do what you want to do, but don't tell us it's healthy. Don't tell us it's like, at one point, we don't have to play the soundbite, she compares it to being disabled, Jillian. Imagine true disabilities, people with those, being compared to her. Really?
I can't actually wrap my head around it, and it is unbelievably insulting. And what's interesting is when this movement reached its height in popularity, it is unquestionable that you would notice in the stores only the female mannequins were fat, not the men.
That's a really good point. How come it's this fat positivity movement is just women focused and not men focused? I don't know if there are any fat men social media influencers out there that are saying, hey, look at me, look at my lifestyle. I should be praised. I should be followed. I should be, you know, you should live your life like this. I don't really see that. So that's a really interesting point there. I never thought about that before, but it is basically women who are pushing this fat positivity movement.
Only the marketing ads with overweight models were for women, not for men. But when you started to see them actually having obese child mannequins in some of the retailers, that was truly disturbing.
I haven't seen that. Have you seen that? In retail stores, an obese child mannequin is wearing clothes to promote style. I mean, that is crazy to me.
Oh my gosh, I even missed
it's
that.
very upsetting.
Jillian, now you've told me something that I didn't even know. I didn't even know about that. Jillian, come back soon and have a great holidays. Great to see you as always.
So I found some more information on the new San Francisco weight czar. Let's go ahead and check out this short clip from the Daily Caller.
Big announcement. I'm working with a team at the San Francisco Department of Public Health as a consultant on weight stigma and weight neutrality.
Wow, weight stigma and weight neutrality. Is this actually a big problem for San Francisco? Is this what they should be focused on? What about the thousands of people that live on their streets that are homeless with mental illness? I guess you just kind of hired one of them right now. I don't think she's homeless, but maybe there's some mental illness there. Let's see what else.
The person's name is Virgie Tovar, author of this book, You Have the Right to Remain Fat.
I'll go ahead and leave a link down below if you're interested in purchasing this book.
And other published works on fat positivity. So this person is an online influencer with more than 84,000 followers. Tovar, who announced her new consulting gig on her Instagram page, criticized the American Medical Association for classifying obesity as a disease back in 2013.
I couldn't even guess what her actual job with the Department of Public Health would entail. But let's learn a little bit about Virgie and what she thinks, from her own words.
Diets and diet culture could not exist without fat phobia.
Diets and diet culture could not exist without fat phobia. So she's saying that the fear of being fat is what drives people to go on a diet. I'm not afraid of being fat. I don't like being fat. I am heavier than I want to be because it makes me feel like crap. It slows me down. I'm not as active as I can be. So I try and eat better. I try and eat healthier, and I lose weight, and now I can be more active. I can live longer. I can go play with my kids. That fat phobia is not causing me to want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. That's what causes me to lose weight.
So what is fat phobia? A form of bigotry that says that fat people are inferior, bad, and ugly.
Bigotry that says that people are inferior, bad, or ugly.
A lot of people don't realize that fat phobia is a form of bigotry. We kind of think that our attitudes towards fat people are based on concerns about health.
Fat people actually have less access to meaningful participation in society. I never thought to blame fat phobia, the bigotry ideology that positions fat people as inferior. I only ever blamed myself.
Fat phobia is an actual legitimate form of discrimination. It aligns with other types of discrimination, like around race or gender or any number of marginalized identities. Our current cultural attitude is that the solution to fat phobia is for fat people to become thin people.
I am one of the many, many, many plus-size people and people of color who didn't get the eating disorder diagnosis or treatment that they needed because of things like bias inherent to the way.
She is a victim. Goodness sakes. The victimhood is huge with this person. This didn't happen to me because I didn't get this and I didn't get this, and wow.
That eating disorders are diagnosed currently.
There's a lot of ways in which thinness and fitness become a stand-in for whiteness and
Thinness and fitness become a stand-in for whiteness. Wow. There was a trend going on for a while that if you were thin, if you were fit, then you were mega. Then you were a Trump supporter. But if you're fat and lazy and sloppy, then you're okay. You're a leftist. It's okay. But if you're fit and you want to be healthy, and then you're on the right. That is wild to me. It doesn't make any sense.
masculinity and heterosexuality.
Holy moly. If you're confused by all this, don't worry. I am too. It seems Virgie here is desperate to include fat people as a victimized group.
Wow, that's really interesting. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think San Francisco is wasting their money on this so-called weight czar. I wonder what she thinks about Make America Healthy again. Is she fighting that? Does she want us to eat more processed foods and eat more junk food? What are her thoughts on things like Ozempic? Is she against that because it makes you thin? I'm curious what her feeling is on that. So anyways, this is really strange. And I am looking forward to RFK Jr. and his Make America Healthy Again agenda. And hopefully that is not just physical health. Hopefully there's some mental health that we can go through as well as a nation, because there's a lot of insanity out there. And part of it is this fat positivity movement. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, of course, if you're fat, it's okay. You know, you're still loved. You're still a good person. And, you know, no one hates you. You know, we just want you to be healthy, but we're not going to make you be healthy. And in fact, you don't want to shame us just because we want to be healthy. You know, if you want to live your lifestyle, that's great. You know, do it, but don't shame us for wanting to be healthy and fit and eat good food and avoid pharma. That's our choice as well. So anyways, that's the direction I want to go. I want to stay healthy and fit so I can live a long life and be active until I'm in my 90s or 100s, hopefully. But as a nation, we need a lot of help, and I'm hoping that RFK Jr. will come in and really clean house and help make America healthy again. I'm really excited about that. If you're really interested in the MAHA movement as well, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to bring you the latest Make America Healthy Again videos every single day. Also, if you're interested in more of these videos, I do have a playlist right here, so go ahead and check that out. And if you want to subscribe, click on this button right here. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.